Hello, we'll continue with The Merchant of Venice. We are in Act 2. Uh, so, just scroll down to that part of the play. Uh, Act 2, line 180, I think. So, we're on line line 509, where Antonio is speaking. So he says, "Yes, Shylock, I will seal unto this bond." So even though Shylock offers harsh and cruel terms for on his bond for the loan of 3,000 ducats for 3 months to Antonio, even though he offers very harsh and cruel terms, Antonio agrees to sign the bond. Shylock says, "Then meet me forthwith at the notary's. Give him direction for this merry bond, and I will go and purse the ducats straight. See to my house left in the fearful guard of an unthrifty knave, and presently I'll be with you." So Shylock asks Antonio to go straight away to the notary's and give him direction to draw out the bond. And Shylock will go and gather the ducats, 3,000 ducats, and go to his house, which he says is left in the guard of a unthrifty knave. That is left in the guard of a careless servant, and presently he will be with him. So I'll join Antonio at the notary's. Antonio says, "Hi thee, gentle Jew." So Antonio bids Shylock goodbye. Shylock exits. Then Antonio says to Bassanio, "The Hebrew will turn Christian, he grows kind." So kindness is a quality which is associated with Christians. So Shylock, being a Jew, he is a Hebrew. He follows the Jewish religion. He follows the Hebrew text of the Bible. So Hebrews are known for their cruelty and their carrying out of the saying an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth, which means that if someone takes out one of your eye, you should take out their eye, and if someone knocks out your tooth, you should knock out their tooth. So Hebrews, the Hebrews, Hebrew religion is followed by the Jews. So Bassanio says, "I like not fair terms in a villain's mind." So Bassanio says that he does not like fair terms in a bond, but drawn with the mind of a villain or drawn cunningly. Antonio, come on, in this there can be no dismay. My ships come home a month before the day. So Antonio asks Bassanio not to worry, not to be dismayed, because all his ships are going to return in 2 months, that is a month before the day the bond is to be forfeit. So now we're in Act 2 of the play. Act 2, Scene 1, enter the Prince of Morocco, a tawny Moor, all in white, and 3 or 4 followers accordingly, with Portia, Nerissa, and their train. So the Prince of Morocco has come to woo Portia. He is from Morocco, which is a country country in Africa. So he's tawny, that is, he's dark, and he's dressed all in white robes, and three or four of his followers are behind him, and along with them come Portia, Nerissa, and their train. Train means the set of maidens who are following Portia and Nerissa into the chamber where the caskets are kept. So Morocco tells Portia, mislike me not for my complexion, the shadowed livery of the burnished sun, to whom I am a near neighbor and near bred. Bring me the fairest creature northward born, where Phoebus's eyes fire scarce thaws the icicles, and let us make incision for your love, to prove whose blood is reddest, his or mine. So Morocco, immediately upon meeting Portia, he asks her not to mislike or not to be repelled by his complexion, which is dark, because he's from Morocco, which is in Africa. And he says that his skin is shadowed. It is the livery or the clothing of the burnished sun in Africa. In Africa, the sun shines on the equator, so it's a polished and a very hot sun, which is found in Morocco. And he is a near neighbor to this sun, and he is bred in a country which is nearest the equator. So he has come to the fairest creature northward born. In the northern hemisphere, the sun doesn't shine so brightly, and the rays of Phoebus. Phoebus is the sun god in Greek mythology. So Phoebus's fire hardly thaws the icicles, hardly causes the icicles to melt in the northern hemisphere where Portia is. He's referring to Portia as the fairest creature who's born in the northern hemisphere. And he says that he'll make incision for her love. He'll try to win her love, and he'll try to compete with the sun to prove whose blood is redder, his or mine. So he continues, I tell thee, lady, this aspect of mine hath feared the valiant. So he says that to Portia that the fearful appearance that he has scared the valiant or the brave people, brave soldiers of his whom he has fought. And he continues, by my love I swear, the best regarded virgins of our time have loved it too. So he says that even not only have the valiant been afraid of his appearance, but on the other hand, the best regarded virgins are unmarried maidens, and they in Morocco, the best regarded virgins have loved his appearance. And he continues, I would not change this hue except to steal your thoughts, my gentle queen. So he addresses Portia as his gentle queen, and he says he would not change his hue or his complexion or the color of his skin except to steal her thoughts, to make Portia fall in love with him. He would not change his complexion except if Portia would like it. Portia says, in terms of choice, I am not solely led by nice direction of a maiden's eyes. So Portia says that, strictly speaking, she is not only directed by the appearance, because uh, because she is bound by the terms of the will which her father has left behind. So she is not she's not bound only by the attractiveness which maidens like, and she says that the lottery of her destiny bars her the right of voluntary choosing. So, by chance, what has happened in her life is that her father has left behind a will in which the suitor who is going to marry Portia must choose between three caskets. One of the caskets is made of gold, the other is made of silver, and the third is made of lead. One of them contains Portia's portrait, and whoever chooses the correct casket will win Portia's hand in marriage. So she doesn't have the right to choose voluntarily, and she says, "But if my father had not scanted and hedged me by his wit to yield myself, his wife who wins me by that means I told you, yourself, renowned prince, then stood as fair as any comer I have looked on yet for my affection." So she says that if her father had not hedged her by a wit, hedged means bound her by his wit or intelligence, that is, he's laid up the terms of the will to Portia to yield herself uh, uh, by the means which he has already informed the Prince of Morocco, that is, by the terms of the three caskets. She says, if her father had not bound her to these terms, she says that the Prince of Morocco, who is renowned or famous, stands as fair a chance as any of the suitors who she has seen so far for her affection. The Prince of Morocco says, "Even for that I thank you." So he's grateful for Portia's, understanding of his intentions, and he says, "Therefore I pray you, lead me to the caskets to try my fortune." So he asks her to lead him to the room where the three caskets are kept to see what his fortune will be. Will he have good fortune or misfortune? And he says, "By this scimitar that slew the Sophie and a Persian prince that won 3 fields of Sultan Suleiman, I would overstate the sternest eyes, stare the eye earnest. I would overstare the sternest eyes that look, outbrave the heart most daring on the earth, pluck the young sucking cubs from the she bear, yea, mock the lion when he roars for prey to win thee, lady." So he says that he would outbrave the bravest, and he says that his scimitar is a sword, a scimitar is a sword which is special to Arabia. It's got a curved blade with a pointed tip, and with his scimitar he had slewn an enemy, the Sophie, and as well as a Persian prince, and he had won 3 battles against the Sultan Solomon. The Sultan Suleiman was one of the famous sultans of Arabia and the Middle East, where the Prince of Morocco is from. So he had won 3 battles against the Sultan Suleiman, and he says that he would outstare the sternest eyes that look. So he would look into the most cruel eyes. He would stare into the cruelest eyes that look on the cruelest eyes on earth that look on him, and he would even outbrave the bravest person on earth. And he says that he would pluck the cubs from the she bear when she is feeding them. She bears are known to be particularly angry and dangerous, well, as far as the cubs are concerned. And the she bears will be especially dangerous when the cubs are suckling from her. He said, the Prince of Morocco says he will pluck the young sucking cubs from their mother, and he says that he will even face the lion, mock the lion, or make fun of the lion when the lion is starving for prey. He would do all these, he would undertake all these exploits to win Portia. But he continues, he says, but alas the while, if Hercules and Lichas play at dice, which is the better man? The greater throw may turn by fortune from the weak hand. So is Alcides beaten by his page, and so may I, blind fortune leading me, miss that which one unworthier may attain, and die with grieving. So he says he would be brave physically, he would face the greatest dangers on earth without flinching to win the heart of Portia. But now it's not a question of bravery, it's a question of chance. So if a hero, if a Superman like Hercules and an ordinary person, ordinary mortal like Lichas try their fortune at dice, uh, so it's hard to say who will be the better man. Hercules is known for his superhuman strength. Lichess is an ordinary mortal. If something of great value were to be obtained by a throw of dice and between Hercules and Lichess, the fortune may be won by the weaker hand. So, by chance, uh, uh, the weaker hand of Lichess may win the fortune. Similarly, um, even though the Prince of Morocco is very brave and very strong, the question of the caskets may mislead him. So it's not a question of strength that is facing now, it is purely a question of luck. So he says that Alcides may be beaten by his page. Alcides is another name for Hercules. So, in games of chance or games of luck, a hero like Alcides or Hercules may be beaten by his page boy. Uh, and so, he says, he may also be beaten, and one who is unworthier may attain Portia's hand, and he, the Prince of Morocco, will die with grieving because uh, it is blind fortune that would lead him to choose the wrong casket. So fortune is a lady who is supposed to be blind. Sometimes she bestows her boons or her blessings on someone who is weak, and she makes those who are strong suffer misfortune. Fortune is supposed to be a blind goddess. So, so he may also not win Portia's hand, even though he's very brave, he's very strong, and he's very able, and he's won so many battles. But this game of luck or chance may mislead him, and he may suffer misfortunes. So Portia says, you must take your chance and either not attempt to choose at all or swear before you choose. If you choose wrong, never to speak to lady afterward in way of marriage. So Portia outlines yet another condition under which the Prince of Morocco must take his chance. So if he takes the chance at choosing the casket, the if he takes his chance at choosing between the three caskets, then either he must not attempt to choose any of them, he must give up his efforts to win Portia's hand, or if he chooses the wrong casket, he must swear never to marry any lady afterward. So, and this is a serious term, this is a serious condition laid down by Portia's father because the Prince of Morocco will not have any heir to his kingdom. So, And this is very strictly laid down, and the Prince of Morocco would be bound never to marry anyone, and therefore his kingdom or his princely state will pass into some relatives' hands. So Portia asks him to be advised. Uh, the Prince of Morocco says, "No, will not come. Bring me unto my chance." So Prince of Morocco says he's willing to take the chance. So he asks her to lead him into the chamber where the three caskets are kept. But Portia says, "First forward to the temple. After dinner, your hazard shall be made." So Portia asks him to go to the temple to pray to the gods to send him good luck in his effort, and then he will have dinner, and after that, his hazard or his chance shall be taken. Morocco, good fortune then to make me blessed or cursed among men. So, Prince of Morocco wishes that he has good fortune. If he has good fortune, then he'll be the most blessed among people, or if he makes the wrong choice, he will be the most cursed among men. The exit. Now, so